Trouble, how did I know that you'd be troubled? Distant visions, you couldn't handle it. I know that it's so hard to handle it. I told you don't fuck with my money. This shit goes fast and life ain't funny. I told you don't fuck with my money. If you're along for the ride. Crazy. How could I know that you'd be crazy? How did I know that you can't handle it? I know that you can understand a bit. Oh, so listen to me. I said don't fuck with my money. This shit goes fast and life ain't funny. I told you don't fuck with my money. If you're along for the ride. I told you don't fuck with my money. This shit goes fast and life ain't funny. I told you don't fuck with my money. If you're along for the ride. I told you don't fuck with my money. This shit goes fast and life ain't funny. I told you don't fuck with my money. If you're along for the ride. I told you don't fuck with my money. This shit goes fast and life ain't funny. I told you don't fuck with my money. If you're along for the ride. It feels so good, baby, coming back to life, and it feels so good lately, coming back to life again, coming back good lately, coming back to life, and it feels so good, baby, coming back to life, and it feels so good. But this time I feel like coming back to life, and it feels so good. But this time I know that coming back to life, and it feels so good. I've been so much far away.
Thank you for the follow, Adventure. Sorry, I usually have my mic muted while the music is playing. But hi. Good luck on work if you're gonna get to working. And again, thank you for the follow. Can I give a thumbs up, you nuts? Damn it. Why? Okay. Well, just know I'm giving you a thumbs up, but apparently I can't chat in my own chat room on OBS unless I log in. Alright. Anyways, we're gonna get back to some read-only memories. Last time we were tasked with breaking up some protests on stopping genetic human modification. Wait. Is there anything else I needed? Oh, back inside I go.
Welcome to Stardust.
You again? All right, I'll let you in.
Hey,
You
Chris.
better stay
How's
out
it
of
going?
trouble.
Nope, we just started.
And you're back. You know, as soon as I first saw you, I hoped you'd be dropped like a bad packet off the mesh net and I'd never
You
have
know
to
what?
see you ever. So of course, I just got
Grinding
off
on
the phone with
Final Fantasy
Tomcat,
X,
practically
awesome.
begging me to help you out.
I completely forgot to save
You aren't
before
so
the
good
last
at
stream
long-term play thing, are you?
ended. So we're gonna have to talk to her again.
You mean you don't stick both feet in your mouth every time you talk to a hybrid? Surprising.
Yeah,
Let's just get
here
one
comes the
thing
feels
straight
again.
here. I'm only willing to talk to you because I owe Tomcat. I don't owe you shit. So if you want my help, you gotta do something for me. If you got a problem with that, tough. My neighborhood, my help, my rules.
No problem. Sounds fair.
I need you to break up those Human Revolution protests. The ones at the Genus Clinic on Market Street. I'd like this handled with some stealth. Not that I expect you to know what discreet means. Either way, just get it done. I got clients in the middle of treatment cycles, and this media circus is making their lives difficult. That means it's making my life difficult. Let the bastards go march somewhere else, like Washington. Not here.
Okay, that
I'm
sounds.
just great.
Wait.
I'm peachy. My clients get harassed and beaten on the daily. I don't have the time or money to help them all, and I have jackasses like you bothering me on my one day off. So, you gonna braid my fur, and we can talk about all our problems and boys we like?
I mean, we could. But you're not telling me something.
Whoop-de freaking do, you figured it out. Well, fine. Have it your way. You want to know what my deal is? You really want me to get sappy? Skin cancer.
Pat the cat. No.
Stage 3. My prognosis
gonna
was
happen
so
at some
advanced
point.
that the doc said my bones were already lost. So
Here
I had to
comes
do
the feels,
something drastic. Completely restart my biology from scratch. You ever seen someone with a severe gene splice? From something freaky, like an insect? That's where hybrid tech began, you know. Where my therapy started. You can't imagine what it's like to have children cry from just looking at you. When people just see you and sprint the other direction. I had police following me everywhere I went. I lost my apartment. I lost my dignity. Eventually, I was lucky enough to qualify for the cute kitty cat cure to override the expression of the chitin. It changed my life. I have my job and purpose because of it. The fur doesn't scare the rest of the world too much to let me exist. Better an otaku's fluffy wet dream than the monster from a horror VR drama from Japan. My mom still can't look at me straight. Not to get even mushier, but as a kid, she would sing me a song as she counted all the freckles on my face. She hasn't let that go. You know how your folks look at you when they figure out you finally had sex or did crash? It's like that. All the time.
All these feels. Right at the start of the stream. Okay, I'm sorry that happened to you.
Oh, now you're sorry. You haven't even heard the worst part yet. The amount of gene therapy I underwent exceeded the limit that the Human Protection Act allows for procreation. So yeah, the government freaking spayed me, if it all wasn't hilariously dark enough. First I'm too ugly to look at, now I'm too screwed up to breed. Saving my own life forfeited my right to be a person. The Human Protection Act. Ha! Apparently protecting humans doesn't include me. Only genotypicals could live in this city and truly think they're the ones who need some protection the most. In any case, I had some clean eggs frozen and we'll whip them out whenever I'm ready. Except keeping that shit on ice costs. And my insurance decided to just not pay up due to the elective nature of my feline gene therapy.
Yeah, elective.
So I took those bastards to court and won. And I've been doing the same thing for everybody else ever since. So, there you go. I got cancer, super science fixed me up and left me a freak, and then the government sterilized me so I wouldn't go out and make more little monsters. And everyone else gets to be the winner by default. Happy now? How's your savior complex doing? This is getting you off?
You're not dead and you're still fighting.
Yeah.
Go with the same choice
I
as
am.
last time.
Now show me that you're on the right side. I'll be watching. Break up those protests, and then we'll talk.
All right, it sounds like we know what we need to do next.
Yeah, let's get to it,
Let's go to
Clementine.
Market Street and break up those protests for Jess. Well, there are the protesters.
Ooh,
I
I
have
like
to
this
admit
song.
that I still find the
It's really-
vandalism of Hayden's
it's funky.
apartment puzzling. The protests themselves have been entirely peaceful so far, and the human revolution, regardless of the flimsy philosophical ground they stand on, are not a group known for projecting their ideology through unlawful means. The more I research them, the more I have to admit to the statistical conclusion that we're either dealing with a deceptive covert operations scenario, or less likely, a radical splinter group.
I'd go with this.
Still, I doubt
like-
it will hurt to ask around. Brian Mulberry is there in the center. Fairlight said he was the one to talk to, and my mesh searches confirm that he is the leader of the local chapter of the Human
Yeah, that's the
Revolution
pure people.
organization.
I do have a gun now. I could try and
He's
shoot
a
him.
bit player on the national scene, but he seems charismatic
I think they're being
and
set up.
camera-conscious from the video clips I've reviewed.
He's a bit player on the national scene, but it seems charismatic, camera conscious. Okay,
Perhaps we could use that to our advantage?
maybe. What do we got? It's medium range zapper. Oh, self-defense. I can't pull it out just yet. Protest leader, protester, police ROM. Yeah, Lexi's stopping us. I am here to ensure the protests remain peaceful. Cool. Look at him. Another one of the protesters. Aren't you tired of being told by the media that you aren't good enough as a regular human? No. Aren't you sick of losing job opportunities to people willing to sacrifice their humanity for a chance at a quick buck? They all have the same voice, by the way. It's really weird. Technology is a gift, but a powerful and dangerous one to be used with care. We as a species have forgotten that. We want to bring humanity back to a simpler time, a time before rampant usage of hybridization and cybernetics made us have to question the very nature of our humanity. Come, support us in our efforts to put the brakes away on the runaway march of progress before it's too late for humanity. Aren't you tired of being told that if you go undergo some elective gene therapy or cybernetic enhancement, you'd be better than humans instead of less than one? I don't know about all that, dude. Animated older man leads a group of protesters. Is he...
Hello there! Would you like to hear about the dangers of our country's unchecked use of genetic modification?
Jesus Christ, it's Jim Sterling.
I have pamphlets. Here, take one.
Yannick Fairlight, set to introduce myself. I have one of his cards here, or I'm writing a story on the protests. Can we speak on the record? I'm gonna go with Yannick Fairlight. I think that'll get me further.
Yes, Yannick called and said something about an investigation into an apartment break-in.
Yeah.
He didn't elaborate, and I'm not sure how I might be able to assist with this. But if Yannick is involved, I'll do whatever I can. How can I help?
We found Human Revolution graffiti spray painted all over the apartment, and some things were stolen.
Some things. More like
I was
everything.
hoping you might be able to point us in the direction of whoever did it.
Ah, well,
Yeah,
Human
it's just
Revolution
straight up his
certainly
voice.
does not condone such actions at all.
He's not trying to hide it or anything.
We're a peaceful organization, and threatening people is not going to earn us hearts and minds.
And his voice is, I guess, like... I feel like this might be the only character he voices.
But
Because he's using just his regular voice, and it's pretty, like, iconic. I recognized it immediately.
off the record, some of our younger members can be a bit overzealous, as any hot-headed teenager tends to be. I'll look into this matter personally, and if I discover that any of our younger members were involved, they'll be turned in to the proper authorities. I'll also
Right.
let Yannick know anything I find out. Is there something else I can help you with?
No, I think that's it. Wait. Yeah, actually,
What questions can I answer for
I gotta
you?
figure out a way to get you out of here. I forgot about that immediately. So, why protest at this clinic?
Genetic modification is one of the most dangerous sciences we've ever fooled around with. It's playing God on the highest order and threatens to unseat what humanity is altogether. Cybernetics is a dangerous path as well, selling off pieces of ourselves bit by bit for mechanical strength and resilience. But at least a brain-controlled android is still a human brain, even if in a metal box.
Yeah? But,
There is a reason Congress enacted laws prohibiting highly modified hybrids from breeding.
are you sure that's not just to, like, keep the lid on people like you who are seriously radical about this stuff?
Now, I do not fault the individuals who come here for treatments, many of whom are disabled and deathly ill.
Huh. I didn't know you had voices in Jazz Punk and Oddworld Soulstorm. Do not fault the individuals who come here for treatments, many of whom are disabled or deathly ill.
If you ask me, Genus isn't the kind of therapy they all need.
I
However,
see.
we must take a stand against the medical research industry that would have us cast aside our humanity for their miracles.
But they're not. What are the ultimate
We hope
goals?
to educate the public about the dangers of rapid technological advancements. We want to warn the country away from thoughtlessly accepting every scientific discovery we make before it's too late.
Gotta
We
take
used
down
to
the
say that
man.
splitting the atom
Man,
would
I mean,
surely bring
man.
about the end of humankind. But now we're changing the very things that make us human, our biology, with nothing to ensure our safety.
But you said you were fine with cybernetics, and cybernetics is, in my opinion, a similar thing. You're changing what makes, like, you're essentially changing parts of your body. And I don't think
The
that's what would
revolution
make
we're
somebody
after is
human.
humanity as a whole making the decision to remain as we were created, and return to how we lived before genetic science put us on the wrong course.
Remaining completely
This world
human or
is
non-human.
Icarus, flying too close to the
is like-
sun. It's only a matter of time before our arrogance becomes our demise. Just because we can, doesn't mean we should.
So smug about it. Yeah, like changing parts of your body, that's fine. Changing whole parts of your body, that's also fine. You're still human. The pure must be purified. Yeah, exactly. There's no keeping it pure. And like keeping it pure, quote unquote, or not. You're still human.
At our core, we are a peaceful movement and seek only to convince people to vote according to the truths we reveal to them. The human revolution has faith that American democracy will win out in the end.
Right.
It falls to us to make sure that people are informed about the daunting and confusing technologies they put their senseless faith into every day. On a personal level, we would like to exhort every individual to try and live more simply and reject any gadget or medicine that would make us less than we are.
Less than we are.
Is there something else I can help you with?
No, thank you for your time.
Of
That's
course. If you have any other questions, feel free to come back. I always have time for the press.
it. Now I gotta find a way to zap you guys without getting in trouble.
You clearly missed doing real journalism. I'm impressed. I think you're starting to get back into the hard-boiled investigative journalist thing.
Thank you. Thank you, Turing.
Hopefully we'll get lucky enough to turn up a new lead, even if this one didn't pan out like we'd hoped.
What do you think about what he said?
I think he was considerably less deluded than my searches on the meshnet had led me to believe.
I mean, if he was telling the truth about what his
he
intentions
didn't
are.
appear to be lying, but I'm not equipped with interrogation sensors. You
Thanks,
have more
Turing.
experience with this than I do. Do you think he was telling the truth?
No. I don't think he was telling us everything.
I'll continue observing you and try to discern how to read people as we question them. A useful skill I find myself sorely lacking in.
Trust no one. Tinfoil hats
Lead on.
on. Indeed.
And don't forget, we're still here to actually break up these protests. Let's see if we can't figure out a solution together.
Keeping that tinfoil hat on
Make
helped
sure
us
to look
last
around
time.
and think carefully. I'm sure we'll find something.
Alright. Weather ROM.
Interesting. A RSU Climate Control ROM Model 6703, if I am not mistaken. Apparently, it is owned by the Hassie Bar based on this identification marker.
Touch it.
This kind of ROM requires an RFID key to access it. It appears to be owned by the nearby Hassie Bar.
Okay, so we're gonna have to go into the Hassie Bar, but can we talk to it
Let's
first?
not. Two's company, three's a cloud.
Three's a cloud. Why am I a sucker for puns like that? Talk to the cup sign. Oh. Open sign. Another favorite local spot that is open 24/7. The best place to find plenty of great new Hassie flavors. Well, let's go inside. Ooh, Christmas tree. This is the most picturesque Christmas tree imaginable. Its branches are perfectly spaced. Every decoration is meticulously placed. A feature documentary exploring the queer side of virtual reality. And this one? Another VR poster. Business drama called Tomorrow's Tears. Hey, Duck Game. Duck Game began as a traditional video game, but has recently become a popular VR sport. All the kids are quacking about it. And this one? VR drama poster. Poster for Magical Commander Yukino, a Magical Girl VR drama. Plant. Rumors are that the plants here are actually given Hassie, not water. Everyone loves Hassie. Looks like they've got half and Hassie. Okay. Man, I really do like Sassy Hassie. Hassie Hot is also great. Okay. Counter is so clean it shines. It almost looks like it's emitting its own light. Use counter. You can see the different Hassie through the glass, but you can't reach in and grab one. Only the Hassie ROM can. Bar owner. Let's talk to the bar owner. He seems bored, since there's a ROM that handles all the ordering. There's not too much for her to do right now, so let's talk to her.
Aw, that is the most adorable little ROM. What kind of model is it? Where did you get it? It's so moe.
They're a custom model.
Oh wow, you don't see a whole lot of those around.
Who's this voice actress?
Must have taken ages to get that case looking that good, with the home printer too.
They don't
I'm
sound that
impressed.
familiar, but I feel like I've heard them before.
Anyway, what can I get you?
A drink? Maybe some
A
information?
drink I can do, and I guess I have some time to talk.
What's your
The
name?
protesters outside the clinic are driving off a lot of my regular customers.
Yeah, I bet.
Filling up my bathroom too, jerks. So, what do you want to know?
Tell me about yourself. What's your name?
Oh, I never introduced myself, did I? I'm Ramona.
Ramona. Okay.
I guess there isn't much to tell. I went to college, got a degree, took out a loan, and bought this place. Now I spend my days trying to find enough time and money to sustain my VR drama addiction.
Fair
My
enough.
priorities are justice, cute stuff, and magical girls. In that order.
Those are good priorities. I'll agree with that.
What else? I pretty much don't leave the store.
You live here? You don't seem pleased about the human revolution.
Look, they've got the right to
would
protest,
be?
but I don't have to like it. Once they're done with the hybrids, I know they'll be coming for me next.
Your magical girl
So
VR
I'll be
dramas?
voting appropriately. And if I have to unclog one more toilet because of an entitled, bigoted jerk face, I will lose my goddamn mind!
Why would they come after you?
Oh, you can't tell? I've got a cybernetic arm and leg, thanks to an
Oh.
AutoCAD crash when I was a kid. I also got
Oh, I
Neuralink
see it
for VR
now.
interfacing.
Her left arm is yellow, so I guess robotic. It's a different color.
If it was up to those dinosaurs, I'd be stuck in a wheelchair right now. Or worse, depending on how far back they want to push our medical technology. It's already illegal for me to have a rocket-powered fist. What more do they want?
I mean, having a rocket-powered fist would be pretty sweet. You called Turing Moe?
Sorry.
Lonnie Alex.
Attack
This
your
is her only
speech.
game. As in, now you see me as an extra. Huh. Cool. It'd be like an anime, exactly.
I just mean he's really cute and lovable. And you kind of want to hug him forever, you know?
Yeah. I
A lot of
can see
otaku
that.
come around here. Probably because I own the place. I'm used to being able to shoot my mouth off and not explain all the jargon.
Otaku, as in Japanese cartoons?
Yeah, I know it's a bit out of fashion, but I'm a history buff.
I guess in the
past
future,
really gives context to stories of the present.
anime doesn't
You know what I mean?
exist anymore.
I've been to Tokyo twice already. The
She's a
old
proper
otaku
weeb.
resist the new culture of the saishi in the same way their parents refuse to give up cassette tapes.
Okay. The Saishi?
Oh, sorry. The Saiba Shibito. The Cyber Dead.
That's a cool name, the Cyber Dead. Anime will never
In
die.
the early 21st century, Japan had an epidemic of chronic shut-ins, and the rise of direct link virtual reality only made that worse. Suddenly, people weren't just refusing to leave their rooms, they were refusing to leave their heads. But as the technology got better, the Saishi were the first to figure out how to use their own brains to sculpt cyberspace.
That sounds pretty
Computers
cool,
are good at
actually.
thinking in straight lines, but the human brain is capable of so much more. The best virtual landscapes, the most real VR dramas in games, are created by the Saishi. Now, even if an earthquake or a meteor or whatever leveled Japan, they'd still have Neo Tokyo built on the VR net.
That,
But
yeah,
enough
that'd be pretty
babbling.
cool. But those people
If you're
might still be
interested,
dead.
I'm sure you could find
it's a
more
bad
out of the
enough, like,
mesh,
earthquake or
use
something.
an induction helmet to visit Neo Tokyo yourself. It's a trip, especially for newbies.
It's Ready Player One, essentially. Is that your climate control ROM outside?
It does a good job, huh? Yeah, that's mine. Well, technically, it's property of Hassie Holdings. We spent some mints on it, but the rest of the block helps pitch in for maintenance costs since I usually set it to patrol the whole area.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
You should check it out when we do Christmas in July. It can cover the whole street in snow, as long as it's cloudy enough to keep the sun off. Sort of like today.
Would you mind if I take it for a spin?
Sorry, but that thing cost me way too many credits to let just anyone poke at it.
What if I told you I'd get rid of your
I would
hook
need to
dust
see
problem?
some serious credentials before I let you mess with it.
Hey, Lexi,
You
come
know,
with me. I
Enough
got
to
a
make sure
very
you can afford
important
to
thing.
replace it if you break it.
I need you to come down here so I can play with this weather control bot.
Otherwise, no touching.
Okay. Well, for now, I think
Okay.
that's everything.
Enjoy your drink and let me know if you need
Flash
anything
your
else.
attorney's badge. Yeah. I kind of wish I had like my ID card said investigator or something. Oh, back. Let's look at the Human Revolution brochure. It's propaganda, and they really could have used better paper stock. Alright. Let's look at the Hassie bar menu. You don't want to drink. Even when you don't want to drink, it's fun to watch the screen flash.
They have all the basic Hassie flavors, but their specialty
Hassie.
menu has other Hassie bar exclusive drinks like Sassy Hassie, Poison Hassie, Classy Hassie, or a Grassy Hassie shot.
I'm still not sure what Hassie is. You buy a Hassy Fire. Yum. Oh, it's not in my inventory. Okay. Well, let's head out for now. Oh, that's a window, not a door. Where's... What? Oh, the leave button. I'm an idiot. Yeah, it really would be Ace Attorney. Whoa, what's this? Video billboard cycling through advertisements of a few different things. First, the news, then a commercial for the VR drama Tomorrow's Tears. Alright. It's a wave shelter so Mooney Riders can keep out of the rain. Next bus on fire. Alright. Take this brick out. It's not looking for anything serious right now. Guess we can't talk to it. Pick up brick.
Do you think it would be okay to take that?
Yeah. Building's not gonna go anywhere. Not gonna crumble down.
Gene therapy is a long and uncomfortable process. If you'd like to look into splicing for yourself, let's save that for after our investigations.
Sounds good to me. Oh, Sutra Tower. Even though it's been around so long, Sutra Tower is still very useful as a powerful broadcasting antenna for high-speed data. Maybe can't shoot the protesters, but maybe you can throw brick at them? Maybe. No, I can only look at brick. Wait, no. Hold on. No, it won't let me use it. Oh, I can throw a brick at the robots. Trying to attack the poor weather arm. Alright, well, I'm gonna save real quick. In case this goes horribly wrong. And I'm gonna toss this brick at the cop.
Are you sure about doing that?
No, not at all, but I'm gonna try.
Just make sure to only hit the bot so you don't hurt somebody else. Ready?
Yeah, go.
Go for it! Toss it! Inelegant, but I have to admire the brutish efficiency.
It worked, yeah.
While I still have doubts about the moral superiority of using subterfuge to incite a riot, I have to prioritize Hayden's safety over their right to protest.
Yeah, they do have stay pure signs.
I have a feeling Jess won't be pleased, though. Not that she ever seems pleased.
It's fine. We did what we
Might I
were
draw your
supposed
attention to those youths over yonder? Counterculture clothing, obvious bad attitudes, and graffiti paraphernalia. Those could be our suspects who damaged my home in the name of revolution.
to. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to check it out.
Right. We should approach them cautiously as to not start a confrontation with the wrong individuals. They may even point us to the true culprits. Oh no, they've noticed our attentions. Come along, maybe we can catch them. We'll never catch them on foot. Hold on, I'm calling for an auto cab of our own.
Oh
I
boy.
know it seems a great deal of trouble for such a tenuous lead, but I have a hunch about them.
Okay.
The wicked flee when no man pursueth. The auto cab is
Car
estimated to take
chase.
5 minutes to arrive.
We might have to chase them
We'll
on foot
never
at
be
this
able
point.
to engage in pursuit fast enough to catch up to them. Perhaps we should call Tomcat.
I don't know if that's the
Maybe
best
they can
idea.
do some bit of techno wizardry and stop that cab.
I don't know about stopping the cab either. Maybe like figure out where it's going. Better than doing nothing, I guess.
Your confidence is astounding. Hold while I connect us.
Howdy, folks.
Hey, Tomcat.
How's the search for the data cache going?
Actually, that's what we're calling about, Tomcat. We may have located the perpetrators, but they eluded us and are making their escape in an auto cab. We attempted to use a cab of our own to tail them, but it hasn't arrived and they're getting away. Can you hack the cab and stop it?
No can do, little guy.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Security on those cabs is tight, and the dang thing will shut down its external net connection long before I get in. Unless... Oh, I have an idea. Sit tight for just a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that went faster than spit on a skillet.
Yeah. Spit on a skillet. Okay.
I did a job a few years back and had to break into the city's central traffic network. Do me a favor and don't ask why.
And you know
The
where it's
back door
going
I
then.
drilled into that long ago is still wide open. I'm logging into the traffic management system now. Wait. Oh, shit. They may not have fixed that back door, but they did install a new counter-intrusion VI. Oh, the damn thing is hot on my tail.
Well, time to get out of there. Oh, is there anything we can do about it?
I gotta take care of this VI. I'm gonna need the two of you to handle the traffic system. Turn, I'm passing control to you. Hold tight. I'm gonna be doing some 2 sets of hands on 1 keyboard kind of hacking. Just push on the map and load it up on Turin's
2
face.
sets of hands
Sorry,
on
Turin.
1 keyboard. Okay. Just push on the map and loading up on Turing's face. Oh, okay.
Ooh, they're on the move.
Here's how it works. Use your display map to keep track of their cab and redirect it back to you. You can trigger traffic nodes at intersections so the cab thinks the streets are blocked off. Do it right, and you should be able to steer them right back to you. You just gotta make sure to stop them where you're at, or else they'll just go running off on foot. I'll put a goal marker on the map for you. You can trigger any node on the map at any time, so plan ahead. I'd say you'll have time for 2 moves every time they hit an intersection. If they go off the map, though, you'll lose them. Block every road that leads out of our grid, and watch the places with 3 exits you can't all cover in one go-around. Just hurry. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to keep this VI from messing on the carpet, and once I kill the connection, this old trick is over.
I'll tap into the cab control node they're currently arriving at. Our top priority is to ensure they cannot leave the area Tomcat's given us access to.
So yes, this
I'll mark the
blinking node
southern
right here.
exit as closed first.
Oh, okay. Do it for me.
We only have time to block off 2 routes before the auto cab will make a decision and move. We shouldn't block the route back here. We have to stop them where we can catch them.
Yeah, I kind of like this minigame.
Once you get them back here, press the big button on top of the map to short wire the auto cab. Be careful. If you stop their
Okay.
ride anywhere else, they'll just run off.
How do I get it to over here? Then block off like all of these.
What do you think our next move should be?
Let's don't let them move east. So block them to the north.
Turn, I can't have you talking. It's messing with the signal.
It's up to you now. Don't let those punks escape, and don't trap them anywhere that's not here. We can access any of the control nodes in the area at any time. Plan ahead, and we should be able to get them. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
No!
Oh,
No. They've
Was that wrong?
exited the
oh
And
no.
I've lost connection with Tomcat. They must have cut the connection before the VI. But perhaps all is not lost. I can pull. Perhaps we can ask someone
I
to try to
can-
find them.
Reload that save because that was a horrible attempt, and I thought stopping the taxi would. No. I'm gonna just say let's ask Fairlight.
That sounds like a good idea. Maybe he can look places we would. Incoming call from Tom.
Hey, folks.
I saved right before we tossed the thing.
Jess just called and told me she has a clear way. She'll get you inside, and I'll walk you through connecting me so I can access the Parallax network. That should help our hunt. Did you get the data cap?
No luck there.
Hold on.
Oh, rats. Well,
I'm gonna
but
skip
we've
some
got
of
to
this.
strike while the iron is hot. I managed to trigger it. I need y'all in place of that.
No problem, Tom. We'll make our way there. Let's go.
Because that was a very poor attempt. Okay. Load. Practice run? Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Are you sure about?
Sure as rain.
Just make sure to. Ready? Go for it. Tom. Inelegant, but I have. While I
And now
still
we
have.
can skip just a bunch of this.
I have a feeling. Might I draw your attention? Counterculture. Those could be our suspects who damaged. Right. We should approach them cautiously as they may even. Oh no, they've noticed our attack.
Hell yeah, we got this now.
Hold on. I know it seems like the wicked fleet. The autocab is We'll never be. Perhaps we should call. Maybe they can. Excellent.
Whoops. I just
Hold
picked
on
the
while
first
I connect
option.
us.
It both lead to the same
Howdy,
place.
folks. How's the search for the data?
Actually, we may have. We attempted to. Can you hack the?
Whew. No can do, little guy. Security on those cabs. Unless. Oh,
Unless
I have an idea.
hack into it and then
Alright,
try to do this correctly.
I did a job of. The back door, Wait. It may not have fixed. Oh, the damn thing.
Okay. What's a VI?
Virtual intelligence.
Okay.
They're kind of like Turing, except less creative and inventive, and definitely not sapient. But they're nasty enough at hunting down hackers and crackers if you're willing to pay for a good one. I gotta take care of this VI. I'm gonna need the two of you to handle the traffic system. Turing, I'm passing control to you. Hold tight. I'm gonna be doing some 2 sets of hands on 1 keyboard kind of hacking. Just push on the map and load it up.
Ooh, they're on the move.
So this time let's try to make him go up.
Here's how it works. use your display map to keep track of their cab and redirect it back to you. You can trigger traffic nodes at intersections so the cab thinks the streets are blocked off. Do it right, and you should be able to steer. You just gotta make sure to stop them where you're at, or else they'll just go running off on foot. You can trigger any node on the map at any time, so plan ahead. I'd say you'll have time for 2 moves every time they hit an intersection. If they go off the map, though...
This time, if I mess it up, then we'll just let it play.
Block every road that leads out of our grid, and watch the places with 3 exits you can't all cover in one go-around.
Oh.
Just hurry. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to keep this VI from messing on the carpet, and once I kill the connection, this old trick is over.
I'll tap into the cab control node they're currently arriving. Our top priority is to ensure they cannot leave the area Tomcat's given us access to. I'll mark the southern exit as closed first. We only have time to block off 2 routes before the autocab will make a decision and move. We shouldn't block the route back here. We have to stop them where we can catch them. Once you get them back here, press the big button on top of the map to shortwire the autocab. Be careful. If you stop their ride anywhere else, you'll
Alexa
just run
Bees, thank you
off.
for the follow.
What do you think our next move should be?
Alright, this time we're gonna block them so they go north. Don't let them move east.
Turn, I can't have you talking. It's messing with the signal.
It's up to you. Don't let those punks in. We can access any of the control nodes in the area. Got it?
Yes. So. Oh, there we go. That's how I do this. We'll block off this one. I think we should block off this one. Make them go this way. And then block off the 2 exits over here. Oh gosh. Did I screw myself? I might have. Yep, I did. Oh well.
Oh, they're getting away!
Don't panic just yet. I managed to force the cab to mosey back over to your grid.
Oh, hey. We got a second chance this time.
Definitely a one-shot trick, though. Those VIs are all over the path I used. Be careful, y'all. This is your last shot.
I mean, technically, the only thing we'd need is to block off this top one here. Huh. Interesting. And... hell, if need be... I can't. I have to choose 2. Can I re-click it? It's possible. Oh, it just gives it to me back. Oh, but I can choose different nodes. For sure. Hell, I can block off this one and this one and it'll lead us back. And I guess just in case. Wait. No, where are you going? Well, those are blocked off. It should still technically go where we are. Yeah. We did it.
Ha! We've got them now. Let's go!
That was a little weird. I didn't think it'd turn around.
I'm gonna go stop them, and then we can interrogate the miscreants.
What the hell do you want?
Yeah? What do you want?
Who do you think you're messing with, huh? You ain't got nothing on us. And if you don't get out of my way, I'll mess you up.
You're the ones that ran away from us.
Hey, what do you think we should do?
Beat them up.
We haven't observed them doing anything illegal, and we could potentially make this go over smoothly. Or we could share news of this encounter with Lexi before things get out of hand. These two seem agitated already, and it may be best to make sure they're handled by the appropriate authorities. Those are the options I deduced. Questions or cops?
Questions.
Up to you. How do you want to do this?
It'd be smart to grill them and see what they know. We are the law. Hell yeah.
I just have a few questions for you, sirs, if you'd be so kind as to give us a few minutes of your time.
Did you not hear what I...
Maybe we should just answer their questions.
Hey, Shark. How you doing, man?
I mean, we didn't do anything wrong, right?
Right! We ain't got nothing to hide!
Yeah, you totally has got nothing to hide. What's the spray paint for?
We're newbie street artists.
Had a crappy long day at work, but 90 minutes of weapon grade sleep. 90 minutes of weapons grade sleep fixes all things. That it fucking does, man.
These are the tools of our trade!
These are all above board and legal. We just
Love
got
as
done
his
making a piece
glasses
for
are
a
just
client.
not even on any way, like, correct. I do not have emotes of my own. I have not made any. We just got done making a piece for the client.
That's right! We're artists!
Listen, I'd believe it. What's in the bag?
You a cop?
No.
Cause if you ain't, we ain't got nothing in the bag!
Maybe I should ask these guys to make emotes for me. The artist is coming to the crib.
Running? Who was I running from? You calling me a coward?
Well, I ain't calling you for dinner.
I don't think that's what they were insinuating.
Right! We just got places to get to, and gotta go fast! You're holding us up!
This is ridiculous.
Enough! Stop assuming you can misdirect us with blustery words and feigned ignorance. I've matched the hues of those paints and the patterns of the bottom of your shoes with 95% accuracy to the scene of Hayden Weber's apartment. Now tell us what you were doing there and why you stole Hayden's data cache.
Now you're accusing us of stealing? Why, I oughta...
Chad, I think they're onto us. Maybe we just answer their questions so they don't go to the cops?
Damn it, Oliver! I told you I'm Starfucker now!
That's also a shot, by the way. Starfucker. Kind of tasty,
Went
actually.
along with this because you said we would go to a movie afterwards. I don't even care about this human revolution stuff. Just because your dad...
What are the drinking rules? Whatever you want them to be. There is no set pattern or any like what's the word? Pattern, I guess, of things cropping up. Although I guess if you really want to get drunk, there is a bunch of talk about Human Revolution, which is a radical keep your body pure group in this game. And they're coming up quite often.
Don't talk about my dad.
His name's Starfucker for
Fine.
real.
Whatever. We'll answer your friggin' questions.
Cool. Why tag Hayden's apartment?
Aw, man, no big reason. I mean, he's a big hotshot researcher at Parallax, right?
Yeah.
We heard a rumor his place was empty. Who's gonna pass up a sweet target like that?
Okay.
We don't need any more of this tech shit, like your lippy ROM over there.
Do you know anything about Hayden's kidnapping? So is your dad the leader of the Human Revolution?
Kidnapped?
Yeah, he's been kidnapped.
Shit, we ain't got nothing to do with that. We just sliced the door controls and trashed the place. Wasn't nobody there.
Why'd you take the data cache? I don't think they actually
Told
did.
you we didn't
His
steal
dad's
nothing.
Jim.
Be quiet, Chad. I don't want to go to juvie. Here, you can have it.
Oh, they actually did have the data cache. Oh. Wait, no, I understand what Chris is saying because the voice actor for the leader of the Human Revolution is actually Jim. It is Jim Sterling, who probably would call himself Jim Starfucker. Trust no one, yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for giving it back.
Maybe you should give up vandalizing people's homes.
Yeah, whatever.
Jim
Just get
Starfucker.
out of my way.
Starfucker Sterling, yeah.
We hope you find that Hayden guy. And we're real sorry. We weren't trying to hurt anyone.
No, Oliver's a good kid.
All right, let's go catch that movie.
Great! Can we get dinner first?
Aw,
Sure, whatever you want.
actually pretty
Call from
sweet.
Tomcat.
Hey, folks! Jess just called and told me she has a clear way to the access node. She'll
Thank
get you
God
inside,
for
and I'll walk you
Starfucker.
through connecting
Yep.
me so I can access the Parallax network. That should help our hunt. Did you get the data cache?
Yes, we did.
Yes, those punks happen to have it.
Oh, great. We don't have time to worry about it right now, though. Go to Stardust and drop it off with Majid for me, okay? He'll hold it to pass on to me once I get there.
Okay.
I managed to trigger an alert within Parallax's network security, and they're going to be moving their logs from one secure server to another. I need
okay.
y'all in place of that access node before they do. No time for lollygagging.
No problem, Tomcat.
What is that bouncy boy in the background? This is a weather control ROM. And
We'll make our way there directly after we return to Stardust.
we had to get rid of a protest group, which was led by that dude's dad. And I assume one of the ways to do it is to somehow get the credentials to access this spot and like whip up a storm or something.
Let's go. Our mission for Jess is done.
Back to the Stardust Club. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and save, just in case. Cool. Yeah, what we ended up doing is just throwing a brick at him.
Welcome to Stardust.
There's Majid. We should leave this data cache with him first, like Tomcat asked.
Yep.
All right. Right. Tomcat asked me to take that off your hands and pass it on to them later. Thanks for getting it to me.
No problem.
I won't pester you about what it is.
Good.
I know things are always very hush-hush.
Because we don't know either.
Tomcat. I'll make sure they get it later today.
Excellent. Thank you.
You again? All right, I'll let you win. But you better stay out of trouble.
I will. Nah, I don't want to die just yet.
Hey, I heard from my friends down the street that the protesters are gone. Must have been you, huh?
These nightclubs are always filled with Patreon donors. I know. I'm gonna have to at some point. It's just too strong. Yep.
Alright
They're
then.
gone.
I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt and return the favor.
Why, thank you.
Tomcat said that if you got to an old abandoned access node, you might be able to find out what happened to Hayden. I called up a buddy who's on night shift for Parallax tonight. He can buzz you in. But if anything happens, you broke in.
Yeah, of course.
This puts us at about even. Don't think about drawing any more debits for a while. Good luck. Keep me out of your shit.
Of course. Now I'm going to save again. The same one that I did. Yes. I'm gonna try to pet her. It doesn't even let me. Not yet anyways. It knows. Ah, they're fine. Must pet. She would very much not appreciate that, and she'll probably tear off my arm. Nighttime. Dog patch.
This is the place Tomcat said we should head to. Unassuming and quiet. I'll be honest, I don't think I would be in this section of the city without Jess giving us the all clear. The crime statistics are quite alarming, so let us get done with our errand here and move on to safer ground.
Good to see your self-preservation routines are working overtime.
I am no coward. I resent the accusation. After all, I didn't see you arguing against doing that favor for Jess in the first place. But I don't feel like debating the merits of being prudent with you.
Just don't think about it, forehead.
Tomcat is waiting for us, and maybe we can wrap this whole investigation up once and for all.
Alright, street art. Let's look at it.
You know, right after we found Hayden's apartment in such disarray, I started looking into graffiti and street art more thoroughly. I have never much considered doing any of it myself, but it seems like an interesting avenue to pursue once I move beyond abstract expressionism.
I mean, graffiti is pretty abstract sometimes.
The simpler tags, visual shoutings of identity and existence. They exhibit a feeling I can sympathize with, but it's these larger pieces, riots of color and chaos, that really interest me. Petty vandalism is beneath me, but there are other avenues for the practice.
Right.
For example, did you know that Los Angeles in the mid-2030s legalized the tagging of mural-style street art on any building without requiring permission from the owner or city?
Oh. Well, that'd be
It was
pretty cool
chaos
in
of
the
the
future.
highest degree for a while,
Yeah, I
and now
bet.
the place is truly remarkable.
That's some good voice acting. This character is voiced by the voice actor for Clementine from The Walking Dead. There's a graffiti game coming out. That sounds interesting.
Perhaps I will visit once this is all done with.
That graffiti is actually the symbol of gonzo journalism. Oh, I'm very interested. Yeah, sure. Oh.
Ah, I hadn't even noticed.
Jet Set Radio? I wish another Jet Set Radio game came out.
Do you have much experience with gonzo journalism yourself? Reporting after or during direct participation?
No.
If you do end up writing on this experience, whatever you produce would be the very definition of it. You're too close to be objective now, and you're a key subject in this event.
This is true.
It doesn't seem to be your usual style, but you couldn't go another route at this point, and you're in the clear as you didn't instigate the situation.
Concrete Genie, it's apparently called. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up, because I haven't heard of that. That sounds interesting.
I've never had much interest in the practice, but spending so much time around you has taught me to look at events in a different light. Perhaps only because I can verify your personal experiences as fact.
Thank you, Turing.
Sorry, I'm rambling again, aren't I? And we're on a schedule. I don't even want to think about this. What if we don't find Hayden? What if we do? My memory processors are shot from the stress of the past day. It's already taken a toll on me.
Ultimate graffiti game was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone on PC. All the mouse tracing. I never played that, so I wouldn't know. But I'll take your word for it.
But never mind. Let's find that access node. Let's find Hayden.
I think it's still gonna be a bit before we find all of that. Litter. Let's pick it up. Even if you wanted to pick that up, it's practically scum welded to the street. Talk to it. Gives new meaning to trash talk. Let's talk to the street art too. Did it actually just say something to you? This fan needs no service. Generator. Beautiful turbo generator out here just generating energy. Wonder what's using all this extra power. Let's talk to it. Bzz. Really solidly built and not easy to get into without smashing them apart. Can't pull it off the generator no matter how hard you try. Look at it.
This is the door to the access node that Tomcat told us about. We need to use the buzzer to get inside.
It should go through. I think I have it, the auto mod set to allow links. But even if not, I'll be able to allow you whenever you post it. Okay, cool. Looks like it just went through. Let's use it.
Parallax Walk, AN-19 security.
Hello?
Yes, can I help you?
This is Parallax Technician 329B here for routine inspection.
This late at night?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Kids!
Okay. Apartment door, look at it.
This is the door to an apartment building. It's not the The guard isn't actually here. You need to press the buzzer on the door to get...
Okay.
Parallax Walk, AN-19 security.
23, 12, 49, 10. Might as well just try all of these.
Hike! Hey, I'm pretty sure this is a prank, but how about those Niners?
Go Niners. Who's got it better than us?
Oh, buddy! Yeah, buddy! Hey, have a good one.
Yeah, you too, friend.
Parallax Walk, AN-19.
Okay, we're friends of Jess.
I was wondering when you'd get there. You're at the access node on Cesar Chavez in Indiana, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Good. Be quick. Don't touch anything. Got it?
Of course.
This conversation never happened, and you're on your own if you get caught out there. I hope you find what you're looking for.
I hope so
This
too.
is it. Let's go inside, and I'll call Tomcat.
Go Niners.
This place doesn't look like it's had any maintenance in years. I hope the systems are still functional. Oh, I forgot you can't see in darkness. Maybe that switch over there adjusts the lighting.
Use it. Okay, cool.
Oh, Tomcat is pinging us, forwarding video and audio.
Howdy. Y'all at the access node?
Mm-hmm.
I'm set to slice in once Turn makes physical access.
Well,
Of
let's get
course,
to it.
Tomcat. Just walk me through how to connect myself, and I'll give you the necessary system permissions to use me as an interface.
Just patch yourself into the Lynx terminal down there, and I should be able to get started.
Connecting wirelessly to it now. Permissions granted. Please be careful in there.
Don't worry, doll. I'm an old hand at this. You won't notice a thing.
Sure thing, sugar.
One sec. Oh, shoot. Y'all have a bit more to do before I can get the info we need. This system's still running on old cassettes, and the recall slot is empty. Can't call up Hayden's info file without it. There should be a cassette on the opposite side of the wall we can overwrite with the recall
These
program.
things? These things.
Pretty sure all that one was used for was phone monitoring. You know, from back when phone networks were separate from data networks.
Yeah.
I swear, y'all, I just turned 22. Anyways, we need to move that cassette across the room to access the records. Figure out how to do that, and hit me back up when you've done it.
Okay, cool. Tangled wires. Take a look at them. Where are the standards? What standards? Utility arm? Robotic arm used to move data cassettes around the node. Cool. Node checklist. List of things to check to make sure that everything is running okay. Shark, thank you for the follow, man. Utility arm guide. That's probably
According
very
to
important.
This poster, the data cassettes can only be moved by using the Lynx panel to control the utility arm.
Lynx terminal. This terminal should give you access to some of the node systems. The node systems. Display screen. And graphs. Cassette row. Modern versions of cassettes like these are 1/10 of the size. These aren't the cassettes you need. Welcome to Lynx. Operate the data transfer arm. Retract arm? Turn arm. Move arm left. You have no idea what tampering with them could ruin. Tart your sauce.
Loose wires, be careful!
Oh, that's fine. We're fine. Oh, I can't. Weird. Doing that thing where I can't access. Oh, there we go. Now I can access the computer again. We had this issue before where, like, I highlight one thing And then it doesn't allow me to highlight something else for like a bit. Okay. Oh. Well, there you go. I thought it meant the ones down there, but I guess I was completely wrong, and I'm blind.
Nice job! I'm gonna put some more pressure on them to move the data now, and we'll see if we can't slurp it right out of this network trunk.
Gross.
You would have thought that someone would have noticed and decommissioned this access node when the neighborhood went to hell, but
Yeah, exactly.
this mouse is happy to play while the cat is away.
Why is this place usable for us anyways?
Way back when I was a youngin', when I first hacked into Parallax's network, I mostly did it to make a point, yeah?
Yeah.
They were just about to launch the MeshNet system, and I wanted to show the whole darned world that their security had more holes in it than Swiss cheese. Of course, I wasn't too shy about poking in a few more holes of my own devising while I was there. After putting in some more tricky software backdoors, I went ahead and deleted this access node off the maintenance schedule.
Oh, nice.
Then I reassigned the guy who was supposed to keep an eye on it to a different location.
And you never put
They were
anyone
in
on
the
this one?
process of buying up a whole gaggle of these nodes in preparation to set up a private network for themselves. All just to use for the MeshNet launch. Maybe a little too confident of them. Most of the software holes have been patched out as they've upgraded their network, but this whole place is just as forgotten as I left it.
Why would they move the data? Why would they move
I've
the
been
data?
targeting one of their data centers with a botnet-driven DDoS attack, hitting every port into its network that I can find.
I see.
Ain't likely to do much, but toss in a few attempts to crack the firewall and their VIs are shitting bricks. It's standard procedure for them to move their sensitive data to a different data center in case the attacker actually gets in.
Yeah, exactly. The
Make
DDoS
enough noise
fire.
and
You
it'll
know,
scare them enough into taking some defensive action, which is where we want them. The files are more vulnerable in transit.
Alright, let us know when you're done.
Now y'all just hold tight. I'll be done with this lickety-split. Surveillance camera footage.
What happened? Show me.
Oh God.
Is he dead?
Oh,
Is Hayden dead?
I'm so sorry.
Oh.
What is it,
Poor
Tomcat?
Turing.
What did you find?
He's gone, Turin.
Of course he's gone, Tomcat. That's why we're here.
No, you little moe robot thing.
Hayden is dead.
Well, that obviously isn't right, Tomcat. Why would they kill him? Can you send me the relevant files?
Can we see it?
You must have missed something.
I don't think you should see it, but if you're sure. Parallax, they had security cam footage from the hallway outside Hayden's apartment encrypted on their network. Just a short clip. It looks like Hayden started to struggle with a couple of big dudes when they broke through the door and one of them shot him.
Oh no.
I also found some chatter about it on some darknet channels. It wasn't a kidnapping. Somebody went there to murder him.
Well, they ended up taking his body too.
So damn sorry.
Poor Turing.
Thank you for your assistance in this matter, Tomcat. I think I'll walk back to the apartment.
It's just a child.
I need some time to run some calculations about this new scenario. If you'll excuse me.
Should you follow them?
I'd need some time to myself too if that was me.
If you say so. Yeah, I'm gonna keep digging through this data until they kick me out of the system. I'll try to find some kind of lead on why this whole thing started in the first place. Maybe I can find something out about who killed Hayden and why Parallax has a copy of the footage.
And why would
much of a
Parallax have a
silver
copy of the
lining, but
footage?
we have the answer on Hayden's fate.
I mean, there's still a slight... depending on where he was shot, there's a slight possibility that he's still alive. But we're not seeing the footage.
Maybe it's time to call it quits.
I mean, on finding Hayden, yes. On finding out why,
Anyway,
no.
I'll talk to you later.
Yes, this game does not autosave. You've told me before. Was that guy from the fake hospital part of Parallax? Maybe wanting proof. The guy from the hospital was, I believe, he was the CEO of the company that merged with Parallax.
You're back.
But I don't think he was a CEO when they merged, and he was just like on the company for a while. But he was part of it for a bit, not anymore. Take over now then? Maybe. How are you doing, buddy?
You know, Hayden was a brilliant programmer, far ahead of his time. I am a machine, and intrinsically, I do not have all the glands and visceral chemical reactions that make humans so emotional and brilliant. But his code is a flawless replication of that, inside my own personality algorithms. I don't think I've ever felt this anger. It fouls my processors and fills my RAM with frustrating, half-finished plans of revenge.
Well, hold on there. We're not gonna get revenge just yet, my dude. Soon
My
today,
motherboard
maybe.
burns in my casing from how little I
During
can
the
rest.
Punisher.
I'm in pain, and I can't make it go away.
Yeah, those are emotions, all right.
Ugh. I do not like the thoughts I'm having about the people who did this to him.
Can you turn them off? That's a
I
weird.
could.
Well,
I can disable those modules.
it's an interesting question to ask, but not one that I think you should.
But if I turn off every emotion I don't want to feel, what does that make me? Would I still be me?
Yeah, exactly.
If I were human,
A
turning
robot.
off my emotions would be seen as extremely unhealthy.
Yeah, that's true.
There is a wealth of information on the MeshNet about human psychology. I just don't know how much of it applies to myself. Either way,
In my
Hayden
opinion,
deserves
probably
my
like
grief.
not all of it, maybe like a little more than half. Because like having the ability to like completely turn it off and then turn it back on is has to be really weird and kind of unseen circumstances. Like I don't know what that would cause.
It is my way of honoring
This is getting
him.
too real.
It may be the only way I can. I offer it freely. Did you see the jade plant?
Mm-hmm.
Its death is unfortunate.
Oh god, I
Fitting.
killed it. I've killed it.
Another thing to be guilty for.
Did you see the jade plant this morning? No. We have not been taking good care of this jade plant for a while.
Will you keep helping me?
Oh, I did not.
need
I did
you.
not know it was a reference.
To find the bastards who killed my progenitor.
Turing, you swore.
I need to finish this.
You cursed.
I don't know what I'll do afterwards, but I need to see this through.
We... I want to say we'll bring him to justice. But I feel like more importantly, we'll find them in the truth.
What does the truth mean anymore? What does it matter? Will finding the truth bring back Hayden?
No.
Will it fix the pain they've left me in?
Neither will revenge or
I
justice.
guess you're right.
But we'll have a reason why.
Knowing the whys and wherefores.
What am I
brings
fighting
closure to
for?
this. I could use a measure of closure. I think for now we should keep knowledge of Hayden's death between you, Tomcat, and I.
Tell that to the Punisher? Yeah. Yeah. I don't think anybody can.
It may give us an edge if the people we seek don't know how much we've already discovered. We'll talk after you've had some time to rest. You likely need sleep, and I need some time to...
Process
I-
things?
need some time.
Yeah. Wait, I was gonna say hi to my little blob friend in the sink. Alright, the next day. Good boy, Turing play dumb and people will
Good morning.
underestimate you. This
I
is true.
trust you slept well.
I probably slept about as well as I could have. How about you?
I had ample time to recharge my internal batteries.
Nice. That's not what I meant though.
It is upsetting that Hayden is... gone. But life for the rest of us goes on, yes?
Yes.
We still
And we
have
have
a
a
mystery,
mystery
to
to
unravel.
solve.
And I will waste no further processing time over something I cannot reverse.
True.
There is no point. Now that we are both refreshed, I feel it wouldn't hurt to recap our progress and determine if any changes should be made based on our successes and failures. Let's talk about how things are going so far.
Okay. Gotta
Since
split up
your
and look for
journalistic
clues.
efforts are a big part of why I originally recruited you. We can start there.
Yeah,
Your
sure.
inquiring mind has been a huge boost in our journey thus far. As a ROM, I can't talk to people as intently as you, so I must say I'm quite grateful for your skills in that regard.
Why, thank you, sir.
You're
Good
diligent
thing,
in your day-to-day
robot.
work as well, which further grounds my hope in you. Beyond journalistic persistence, let's take a look at how we've performed in other responsibilities. Specifically, our choices in overcoming obstacles. I must say, our first hurdle was handled masterfully by you, and we avoided any further issue. Great start!
Hey, good start.
On the other hand, while violent approaches may be equally efficient, we should avoid them whenever possible to mitigate any additional risk.
What are you talking about? I'm a crack shot.
Just keep in mind the consequences of a reckless solution. I fear they will only get more severe from here on.
Yeah, that's true.
Finally, I was quite impressed by your ability to adapt on the fly, as they say, and perform so well when thrust into a sudden situation.
I think it actually is. I think this is Turing judging what you've done in the game so far. And I don't know if this game has multiple endings or just like different pathways that will be opened up depending on what I've done. But I guess this is the way of the game telling you, hey, you've done this well, or you've done this in a like not bad, but a more aggressive manner that might lead to something later.
Lastly, I'd like to discuss how we're getting along with our companions and allies along the way. It's important. I was very impressed with your negotiation abilities with those kids. We got our data cache, and they went on their way, and hopefully learned a lesson too.
Hopefully.
Jess is a bit of a harder read, but she did agree to help us out in a big way.
Jess will be
As
fine.
long as her brash nature doesn't tempt you to lash out, I think things will go smoothly.
As long as I don't make any cat puns at her, I'll be fine.
Detective Rivers was good to involve as well, and I can tell you enjoy having a familiar face around. She could prove to be our greatest
Pat.
aid, as long as we make it worth her time. No funny business.
True.
Tomcat seems to genuinely care for our cause, and I have no trouble with letting their expertise guide us.
Mm-hmm.
Out of everyone else, they seem to be easiest to get along with, too. And finally, you and I must say, we have worked together better than I ever expected. I hope you feel the same.
Yeah, it's been pretty good so
I
far.
feel confident in our combined ability, and I enjoy your company as well. Please, continue showing me around the city as we continue our search. Unfortunately, we've just about run out of leads. Perhaps Tomcat was able to find something of use in Parallax's network while they were inside.
You don't have any ideas yourself?
I've rationed every available resource I have. Perhaps you have some bright ideas? You're a big shot investigative journalist, right?
Well, I didn't mean anything by that, but okay. Sorry.
You have an incoming call from Tomcat. Forwarding video and audio.
Morning. Karen, how you been doing, hon?
I'm fine, Tomcat. Thank you for your concern.
Well, okay. Just say the word if I can help out in any way. You hear?
Of course. In fact, I was hoping you might have a lead for us to start working at. Otherwise, we're down to canvassing Hayden's address.
Turing's pissed for the rest of the game
seeing if
now.
any of his contacts have
It's
an
like that
idea
Kirby
about
artwork.
Who might have had a desire to target him?
Turing's fucking pissed. This is what the rest of the game is gonna be. Down to canvassing Hayden's address book. See who his contacts are.
But that's just fishing in the dark.
Well, I pulled a fair amount of data from the Parallax servers before they managed to kick me out, but it'll take me a while to go through it. A lot of it's unrelated. TPS reports, maintenance logs, juicy meat for other corporations, but about as useful as dirt to us.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
It'll
you could
take
save
me a
that for
while
later.
to decrypt all of Hayden's files, but maybe we'll find something there.
Maybe.
So, no, I don't have as much as a whiff of a trail on who's behind this. Though, I recently got a strange request from a friend of a friend.
What is it?
Someone's been messing with the articles of a news organization named Augmented Eye.
Oh,
It seems
okay.
like the network security head there is asking around for
Gotta Photoshop
cybercrackers
that
to help
now.
figure out how their reports are getting changed. The original files on their servers are untouched. In their system, everything looks peachy keen.
Mm-hmm.
But when you view the site from the outside of the network, things are changed up. A word here, phrase there. It's subtle, but often has a big impact on the article's tone. Someone with deep access to Parallax's meshnet is changing what's being shown. I ain't sure if it's related, but maybe y'all can head down to the main KCOB offices and try talking to the gal that runs Augmented Eye. Her name is Zen.
Sure
I ain't got
thing.
the time or the desire to stick my nose that far out for a stranger, but it seems like your kind of deal.
It does seem to be a bit of a stretch. But if we have to wait for you to work on the data we've collected anyway...
I might as well do something useful.
Alright. I'll pass the word along that you'll be in sometime today to stick your noses in. And I'll send y'all word as soon as I get anything worth hunting down.
Excellent. Thank you, Tomcat. We are grateful for your continued assistance.
No problem, Turin. Are you sure you're gonna be okay? Maybe you should take a little more time. You've been through some shit in the past few days.
Yeah.
I said I was fine.
Oh.
Thank you for your concern, but I am fine. I have already handled the reality of Hayden's death.
But have you, though?
It's time to move on with the investigation.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you. I'm just worried. So, I'm here if you need anything.
Understood. I apologize for my tone, Tomcat. We'll be in touch.
You needed that screen grab, yeah.
Alright, later, Turin.
Okay, we have a lead, however tenuous. I've highlighted the COS IO Corp office building on your map.
Thank you.
Also, while we were talking to Tomcat, I received an email from Dr. Fairlight. Displaying.
Greetings. I hope you'll forgive me for a voice-only message, but I'm undergoing my treatment and would not call myself presentable for a video call.
What does that matter? Unless you're getting cybernetics implanted in you, or you're being put into that new body already.
Still, I wanted to inform you of an idea I had while looking into our mutual acquaintance's disappearance.
He's Turing
I haven't had
2.0.
any luck with my contacts inside Parallax, but I was reminded of an old friend by the name of Melody Flores, who may know more about the nature of Hayden's research.
These are so many characters, even if they're like small side characters that are popping up. I am so glad that this game actually has voice acting, otherwise I would be gone. Like, my voice would not be able to keep up.
She's the owner of Flower Cybernetics, and Hayden has been known to work closely with them on projects involving the intersection of Parallax's systems and the implants that Flower designs. Melody and I are no longer on speaking terms, so I'm afraid I can't introduce you.
Okay, that's fine.
Perhaps the intrigue of Hayden's little robot will get you entry into her home. I hope this lead serves you well. If you need anything else from me, I will be in and out of the hospital room where we met for the next few days.
Yeah.
I will send word if I have any other insights or discoveries.
The only people who haven't been voiced are the people without like portraits, or that one time, I think her name is Kristen, who wasn't introduced yet.
Yours, Dr. Yannick Fairlight.
Interesting. I had no knowledge of Hayden ever working with Flower Cybernetics, but now I'm starting to understand just how little I really knew about his research.
True.
Maybe this melody can reveal more about the purposes of my construction.
I mean, technically, you should have only known whatever he gave you access to, / what he told you. So there would be a lot that you don't know.
Hayden must have kept my development secret for a reason. Hopefully we can talk our way in. I have highlighted Melody's home on your map.
Wow, that is actually getting picked up on the mic. That is some loud rumbling thunder. Alright. If my power ends up going out, that thunder is the reason why.
Okay, we can now either follow Tomcat's lead to KCOB or Fairlight's lead to Melody's home. Up to you
I'll
where
be
to go
fine.
first.
It's not like I'm streaming outside or anything.
Tomcat's led us in the right direction so far, but Fairlight has resources and his tip might end up being more relevant.
Can
It
we only
depends
do
what you
one
want our
on the day?
focus to be on in terms of tracking Hayden's trail. Should we follow the media or the tech? It's fitting. They're the two factors that make Neo-SF so unique and wonderful. If we explore them both to the fullest, there's no way we won't be closer to the answer.
Well, just in case the lightning decides to destroy, take out the electricity, I'm gonna go ahead and save. And now I'm going to say hi to our little blob friend. Did it just try to talk back? Probably not a good idea to touch a slime. It's a mystery for another reporter. What if I gave you this brochure, dude? It wouldn't be a terrible way to get rid of it. Dunk it. You smirk with satisfaction as the foul odor of the propaganda piece is expunged by the wafting stench of the unidentified sink goop, engulfing every page and sentencing them to permanent green and slimy sleep. Cool. And you've kept the sink full. For now. Hey, I'll at the very least get to feed the blob and keep that alive, even if I can't keep this plant alive. You were never gonna make it anyway, Wilty. It's dead, Jim. Okay. The Cos.io Corp or the Flower Mansion? I think we should actually follow Fairlight's trail. Something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was wool gathering.
Wool gathering?
I see we've arrived at the Melody Flores residence. It's quite impressive. But that's to be expected, considering that she is still the majority owner of the Flower Cybernetics Group, despite retiring from day-to-day operations at the company. I wonder how she and Hayden first began working together.
I don't know. Probably got
back
scouted
on
early
task.
on.
Is there anything you'd like to know before we head inside?
What kind of info you got? Give me a rundown.
Flower Cybernetics was established in the early 2000s by Melody's mother, Antonella. It started out developing cutting-edge medical tech, including advanced prosthesis and nanoparticle diagnostic and treatment technologies.
Yes, I understand completely.
They were vastly successful when they perfected the first
Give
synthetic
me your
nerve
bank
mesh,
details.
allowing direct
We're
connection
gonna rob
and
a
control
bank.
between the nervous system and a cybernetic prosthesis.
Ooh, allowing direct connection and control between nervous system and cybernetic processes.
The majority of their
Prosthesis.
early projects
Okay.
were defense technologies for the American military.
As it
Developing
probably would be,
ruggedized
honestly.
military prosthesis for use on injured soldiers, and then eventually electively for special forces. This
Okay.
research line culminated in the development of brain-controlled androids as shock troops, long since barred by
Oh,
international
interesting.
law.
But that would make sense. This, like, a lot of technologies are honestly developed
Melody
for
took
military
over the
use
company
first.
from her aging mother, and she fought against developing further military hardware from that point on. She pushed the company to use the BCA technology for the company's original goals of medical advancement, as well as developing the first direct link virtual reality implants.
Interesting.
The company is largely successful on a global scale, despite continued legislative movement against extensive cybernetic use, especially brain implants.
We got glue that way? I didn't know that. So, what can you tell me about Melody?
Not a whole lot. She's largely private, in contrast to her mother's penchant for courting a media circus. Several biographies of former Flower executives show her as intensely passionate about demilitarizing the company to the point of absolute viciousness in the boardroom. But it's been a long time since her days of fighting for the company, and she's since stepped away from the helm.
I mean, I'd believe if glue was used like in the military first, or developed for military use first, but that's just one that I had no idea. I mean, to be honest, I don't know too many. I just know that it's happened pretty often.
There's talk that she's lost her spine
guess,
in
like-
her old age, but
I guess like a popular one, or a well-known one rather, would be like the internet and computers. Well, not computers. The internet.
well, I'd take that with a grain of salt.
Superglue was World War II, huh?
She may have retreated from the corporate battlefield, but you don't change the entire direction of a company as large as Flower if you're a quitter. Stay on your toes.
I'll try. So, Falling Out,
He
tell
did,
me.
and I can't shine much light on that. I know that System 1 worked with Flower to help develop the first operating systems for the Direct Link virtual reality implants, so perhaps it happened during that time.
Okay.
Also, Flower eventually went with a different company for future models of the implant, but there was never any public talk of a personal falling out between the heads of the companies. I'll scrape the mesh for more rumors, but they'll only be that, rumors.
This is true. And sometimes rumors yield,
I can do my
like,
best to parse fact from fiction, but it blurs too
results.
much for me to be
Wow.
sure what's real.
Yeah, sometimes rumors yield results, but for the most part, they'll be rumors, nothing else. Penicillin, that's right. I do remember being taught that in school. It's like, yeah.
No
Very
time
important
like the present,
invention.
then.
Doorbell, look at the bear statue. Small scale bear statue. Small scale bear statue guards the entrance to the mansion. There's 2 of them. I see them now. Use it. You can't take it. Not marble, nor the gilded monuments. Talk to it. Hey, baby. What's your sign? Her sign. Let's talk to the other one. The silence is unbearable. You both are just polar opposites. How long does this go? It's not heartbreak. It feels more like Kodiak arrest. Okay, that's enough. Let's ring the doorbell. Are you a cybernetically enhanced polar bear? Is that a bear Turing? Hi. Is Melody home? That doesn't tell me anything.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Glad you're in the dark too.
Mine says we can go in.
You go first.
Should we?
You can always be repaired, Turing.
Oh, wow! Swanky!
Oh, yeah. Swanky?
What?
I mean, I'd call it swanky too.
I have been trying to increase my usage of colloquialisms. Is swanky too out of date?
Never out of date.
It's certainly before my time.
Oh, Ms. Flores! Excuse us for the intrusion. My name is Turing, and
Oh, I know who you are.
I can explain. I know you don't like Dr. Fairlight very much, but I assure you there's a situation.
Fairlight?
You might have run your mouth there a bit.
I didn't realize Hayden's research had become a charity case. Though I suppose little boy Yannick will throw money at anything that raises his profile on the mesh.
Little boy Yannick. Wow. Also, I think this voice actress is Parasol, if I'm not wrong. It sounds like her. Or, as we found out, or at least I found out, Naz from Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Wait, you know Hayden? Also, we actually only just met Dr. Fairlight yesterday.
Oh, that's too bad. Now
Yeah,
Pat
this is
won't
her?
have to
Okay,
eat
great.
you.
Now Pat won't have to eat you. Hi, Pat.
What?
And Chie, that's right.
Though I'm not sure your gears would have been good for his digestion.
Actually, madam, I'm not comprised of gears.
Well, either way, he's on a diet. This philosophy is how I lead my life. Sometimes you eat the bear, and sometimes the bear, well, he eats you. Do you understand?
It's eat or be eaten.
Really?
Look, I don't have all day to entertain you, Turing, nor your new friend. Not even for Hayden. You don't have time to waste if you're going to find him, either.
Right.
Okay, yeah, we don't have time to waste, but I'm gonna pet this cat. You give the cat a pet. The name on her collar says Lily. Eats or bear-ten. Bear-eaten. Talk to Lily. Looks remarkably bored at all attempts at conversation. Of course. Look at the ROM. From the emblem on its side, it sits patiently near Pat in a sort of ambient sleep mode. Can we touch Pat? Pat is Melody's butler, not yours. He will offer service when and only when his mistress permits. Talk to Pat? So, grr and stuff, right? Alright. Let's get to talking to Melody.
If you were one of Fairlight's worker bees, you wouldn't have made it through the door. So why are you here to badger me about poor Hayden?
You have me at a disadvantage, Ms. Flores. You seem far ahead of us on this matter.
Yeah, you do.
Just call me Melody, darling. And of course. But I'll share a secret or two with you.
I have so many questions. Do you know what's happened to Hayden?
I wish I didn't. Maybe you don't want to either.
I mean, we know
Please,
he's most
Melody,
likely been
Any
killed.
information you might have. We haven't had access to any of his research notes, and couldn't track down any collaborators he may have been working with. Perhaps if we know more, we might be able to nail down a solid motive.
Well, I don't know if I can speculate on that, beyond the usual corporate infighting. Not that Parallax is known for that, of course. We had been catching up recently, and he mentioned feelings of being watched. He started to worry he had been discussing your development with the wrong people. When he stopped returning my calls, and now that you've shown up with a total stranger, it becomes clear what happened.
I see. Can you tell us anything else about his disappearance?
Oh, I'm afraid not, dear. I've been around long enough to know what's coincidence and what isn't.
Okay.
We were hoping you might be able to shine some light on my origins. Fairlight mentioned that you had worked with Hayden in the past.
I see Hayden didn't neglect curiosity in your personality makeup.
I mean, why would he?
Well,
Curiosity is
you
how
and
you
I
learn.
haven't properly met, but considering how often Hayden badgered me for design schematics of Flower's latest neural implants, I might as well be your aunt? We'll
It
go
also
with
killed
that.
the Jess. Yeah?
I wouldn't mind being an aunt, even to a blue-headed robot.
I'm touched, Melody.
Well then, I'm willing to answer your questions, for now.
Well, first one, how'd you help Hayden with Turing?
Indeed. I don't see the connection between your company and Hayden's research into machine sapience.
Oh, Hayden wasn't researching machine sapiens. At least not primarily. Not to diminish the importance
What
of
was
your
he looking
creation,
for?
Turing. But it's best you know the truth. Hayden is mainly interested in developing a way to transfer human consciousness into a machine matrix.
Like maybe Fairlight is trying to do.
You can see why neural implants would obviously be an integral part of that.
In which case, if he was getting close in his research, aside from Turing, the Fairlight might have taken him out and taken his research for that. Yeah, Turing 2.0, it's all coming together.
Oh, I didn't realize.
No, I'm more interested about Turing's development helping with digitizing the human
The
mind.
concept of transferring the human mind into a computer has been an attractive goal for decades. Functional immortality is a powerful lure. The brain
This is a
is
very
an immensely
well-spoken line.
complicated machine, and even though we know the right buttons to push to make pictures show up, we still can't replicate the entire thing as a technological construct. Even with the virtual reality implants, we're really just relying on the brain's ability to make sense of nonsensical signals.
This is true.
So Hayden decided the best way to make a machine more like the human brain would be to work in the opposite direction. Instead of mimicking how the human brain worked, he started writing code that mimicked the functioning of the human mind. Think of it like convergent evolution. Two species adapt in similar ways, but on completely different continents.
And I guess this is kind of his solution of look at the end goal and work backwards instead of trying to start at the beginning.
Hayden is a crack programmer when it comes to information collating. It's why Parallax hired him when they did. So he wrote a bunch of self-modifying learning algorithms that were, frankly, baffling and let them loose.
And we know last time he already had a prototype previously.
Poke and prod them here and there to make sure they value the same things humans do. And we eventually end up with you, Turing.
Interesting. Hayden never revealed any of this to me.
I imagine he's pretty tight-lipped. You were the first prototype he considered a real success, and He was afraid of contaminating your development before he had a chance to make good observations.
So Hayden wasn't invested in Turing's development?
I didn't say that. Hayden was quite interested in Turing, even if he is just a step to further research. In fact, he was preparing to publish his findings involving Turing, and I know it's going to make one heck of a splash in the scientific community.
Well, he can't exactly do that at the moment.
See,
or now.
The most impressive
Forever.
part about you, Turing, is that you're surprisingly stock.
I assure you, Melody, my construction involves only the latest and greatest in ROM prototype technology.
Exactly.
Shade, yeah.
You're not off the shelf, but you're still just a souped-up ROM, more or less like every other one out there. Your personality algorithms are impressive, but they don't require some new space-age technology to work. Hayden is going to propose that human consciousness transference does not require special brain-like hardware architecture, but merely the right software wrapper to interface with the hardware.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Much like how you function.
I suppose that is correct. Still, my personality matrices do take up substantial amounts of my processing power.
I love how you're so
Custom
smug
hardware
about
have
that.
capabilities that better serve such a demanding, specialized task?
Sure, there's still plenty of reason in trying to make a computer that works just like a human brain. Efficiency is an important part of that. But if Hayden can emulate the human mind in existing technology, it means we can start the immortality now, rather than waiting for hardware to catch up with Hayden's software.
Right.
Frankly, I'm not terribly interested in living forever, but there's more than enough people who are.
Like Fairlight. Okay, can you elaborate on your involvement?
If you can even call it involvement. It's a small city, and if you're in the tech sector, you are never more than 2 degrees removed from anyone else. When he started looking into this pet project of his, he came right up to my door and demanded access to the research logs behind our earlier implants.
Living forever would get so damn boring. I agree. I think there's a I think there's two sides to it. There's a bit of romanticism of living forever and getting to see a bunch of different things and like advancements in technology. But at the same time, you're living forever or forever, however long you can keep up with technology in the world, I guess. Which could potentially be forever, but it would
Cheeky.
get boring.
But it was impactful and disruptive, as they like to say around here.
However, if you end up living like, I don't know, maybe 1,000 years, maybe that's not so bad.
I couldn't care
But I don't
less
know.
about Flowers' patents anymore, so I gave him what he wanted, just to see what he would do. I'm frankly more impressed than I expected I would be, but don't tell him that.
Don't worry. I won't.
Oh, that was a compliment, dear.
Thank you for this, Melody. I understand so little of my origins.
Well, I'm sorry I don't know more of the specifics.
Think of how many things you end up repeating or going around already for to name one. Yeah. Old is new again. New is old. Tech after being blown away so much you'd eventually stop caring. Yeah. Yeah, I'd imagine it like it'd be fascinating for a while, but to a lot of people I think you'd just eventually stop caring about it.
Hayden kept me up to date on his
Like even on
progress, but
advancements in technology,
only in
you're
the
like,
vaguest
well,
of
I
ways.
kind of know where it's going. Or if you end up being the person like heading it, you have so much time to develop it. But
If you can hunt down his notes,
the thing would
I'm
be
sure
is that it
they'll
would
tell
get
you
boring.
more.
And even if you set out to just do a bunch of new things, you'd eventually start running out of things to do, or, you know, get tired of doing new things. And then you'd probably spend some time doing nothing, and then get bored of that, etc., etc. And it'd be a bunch of cycles of that.
Of course, we'll keep looking. Now, perhaps we could ask some other questions?
Sure.
Okay, what's the story between you and Fairlight?
Oh, hell, that old bastard and I have been flashing daggers at each other for the better part of 20 years. I contracted out the software development for our first-gen direct link VR neural implants to System 1.
Not to be morbid, but you'd probably try. Yeah. Yeah, it depends on, I think, like, what type of immortality you're kind of getting. But if it's this where, like, you're putting your consciousness into a new body and it's cybernetic and you can always replace it or transfer yourself into another robot, yeah, you could eventually get to a point where you're just like, I'm done, and essentially turn yourself off forever. Kill yourself. But that's a bit morbid, yeah. Okay, I contracted out the software development for first-gen link to System 1.
Things were going great. But after the first models sold like gangbusters, Yannick tried to get into bed with me. Literally.
Okay.
I turned him down. Very politely, I might add. And then, suddenly, all of the cooperation between our companies dried up. We've been at it back and forth ever since.
I want to
I'd be
know how
damned
politely
careful
is
about trusting
politely.
him if I were you.
I'd be damn careful about trusting him.
He's a
Yeah,
snake.
well, we are.
And he'll do anything he can to get what he wants.
Like getting in bed with you.
Still, I suppose if he tried again now,
Get off me, damn it.
I might not turn him down.
Oh, okay.
It would be fun to needle him about me still having my own company when he doesn't have his.
Fair enough, lady. Alright, I think that's everything we need to
Good.
know.
I can get back to my retirement.
Thank you for your time, Melody. We'll be in touch later.
Oh, one more piece of information for you, if you'd like it.
Yeah?
I've got the contact info for a Vincent Mensa, who I think might be of help to you.
Vincent Mensa.
Vincent was working more closely with Hayden inside Parallax, mostly on his company-approved research on data collating algorithms for the mesh. I'll send him a message and ask him to meet you somewhere. He owes me a favor anyway, and might be able to give you some more information on anything else Hayden may have been working on.
Okay.
That would be fantastic, Melody. Perhaps Golden Gate Park?
Be careful, Turing. I don't like Fairlight's stench all over this scenario. Don't show him too many of your cards.
Yep. That's what we kind of concluded.
Cards? This euphemism is unfamiliar to me.
Metaphorical cards.
Don't
Figurative
tell
cards.
him anything if you can. Fairlight is more dangerous the more he's informed.
Thank you, Aunt Melody. Wish us luck.
Aunt Melody. Literal cards. I'm gonna go ahead and save. Okay. There's a gardening ROM back there. Anyways, let's leave. At the GG Park. We could go to COS.io. Would that actually lead anywhere? Or is our person gone? No one available at the moment. Okay. Oh, hello, guy.
Can I help you? I don't really have time to talk. I'm waiting for someone.
You kind of sound familiar.
Are you Vincent Mensa? We're here for a meeting on behalf of Melody Flores.
Oh, good. You're Melody's people. Do you have everything that I asked for?
Why does he sound so familiar?
There must be some miscommunication. Melody said that you would be able to provide us with some information
Might be
about
wrong.
Hayden Weber's projects
Maybe
within
he's
Parallax.
somebody I've never heard of before.
He has gone missing, and any information we get may be useful.
Damn that old woman.
What?
Guess first.
We had a deal. She promised me, and I'm not giving up anything until I get what I need.
I need to hear him speak.
I already know Hayden is missing. Why else would I be willing to sell corporate secrets to Flower? This was my chance to get out of the city. Instead, she sends the two of you, hat in hand, with nothing.
No, I can't. I can't think of anybody. Xavier Woods. Oh, that's why. Damn it.
I'm assuming you're Hayden's little pet AI?
Insulting, but accurate.
That's why he
Look,
sounds so
I'm sorry
familiar,
to come
because
off
it's
callous.
Xavier Woods. Duh.
I do want to help. Hayden was a colleague and a friend, and I want to know he's okay. But I also need help getting the hell out of Neo SF, and now. My info is my leverage, and it's not for free. I'll just have to find another buyer.
You wouldn't have picked up on it without looking him up? Yeah.
Maybe after I make another deal, I'll be able to pass it to you.
Perhaps we could assist you? My friend here is a terrific journalist. Being skilled at hunting down people and information is part of the job.
I don't know. Look, I need 100,000 credits, an untraceable car, and a fake passport for me and my wife, Francesca.
I'm kind of struggling myself, dude. I don't know if I can help you with that.
If you can get me all that, I'll give you anything you want. Hayden's research notes, what I know about Parallax, my company's security credentials, whatever. If you're really sure journals can come up with that kind of stuff in one day.
We might be able to do that. I have no confidence in this.
Might?
Do you mind answering some other questions first?
Dear God, I'm doomed.
Melody only gave us a rough sketch of what you need. The more you can tell us about the situation, the sooner we can fulfill your request.
Sure.
Listen, this money is still going to be the hardest part. So why are you so adamant about getting out of Neo SF?
Because Parallax is rotting from the inside out. Hayden going missing is the last straw, and it's
You finished your
big-ass
masterpiece? Oh
straw.
man.
There is... how do I put this without giving it away?
You know what? Link it, upload it, and link it in the chat. In the Twitch chat, and I'll show it. I kind of want to see this now.
There's a new project about to roll out, and it's going to change everything about how Parallax does their business worldwide.
Okay.
Since the launch of the MeshNet, we've had some board shakeups, and the people at the top are different from the ones who've previously run the company. The altruism the company displayed in the past is gone. They're harder, more ruthless, and more concerned with profits and power than ever before.
All right.
Not just richest company in the valley power either. Real power.
Yeah, like power around the world. Being able to put people's
My guess,
consciousness into robots or
Parallax
something.
got rid of Hayden because he was about to do something that would get
Hurt
in the
them?
way of that.
Yeah.
If they're willing to get rid of the brightest mind on their payroll, what's to stop them from getting rid of me? There's a half dozen people who could do my job. So I'm getting out before I accidentally step on the wrong person's toes and end up at the bottom of the bay.
So what do you do for Parallax?
I'm the head applications engineer for their data analysis division. Or maybe was, is what I should be saying. If Hayden is the big brain who comes up with the math that runs the search algorithms, I'm the guy who figures out how to collect and apply the data that we get. We've worked pretty closely for years, but he's head and shoulders above me as far as theory goes. Hayden built a fully independent machine intelligence in his spare time. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to bash myself here.
Then you try to decide to replicate it? Okay. Alright. I appreciate this. How do I... remove this? This is gonna end up taking me a second. Or I can just display capture. There you go. Turing is fucking pissed. This is fantastic. I love it. Alright. Get rid of that. Alright. Back to the game. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not trying to bash myself here.
I'm a good software engineer. Probably one of the best.
Time well spent indeed, my dude.
But machine intelligence? In a form factor like yours? Now that blows my mind.
It's kind of crazy how many people actually know about Turing, though.
We've got full immersion, virtual reality, yet most people would still call you science fiction.
If you say so.
You know anything about his disappearance?
Nothing concrete. I probably wouldn't have noticed anything out of the ordinary. I mean, Hayden goes out for a couple days all the time, right? Conferences and guest teaching. He doesn't exactly share his itinerary with me. I tried asking around and no one will say anything. If he had jumped ship, went to a different company, it would be the talk of the week at the water coolers.
Yep. Yeah, he's not
Instead,
really a well-kept secret.
Dead silence. Thankfully, he allowed me to keep backups of most of his work, simply because I cross-referenced it so much. He didn't like having it all in one place anyway. Bring me what I asked for, and I'll tell you more.
I will
I
try.
need to make some calls, and this park ROM is fun. I want to poke at it a bit. If you do manage to get what I need, bring it here today and you'll get anything you want. Forwarding photos and info for the passports to Turing now. And I really hope you can do this. I'd rather give it to you than some other corporation anyway. See you soon.
Yeah, see you soon.
I'm not quite sure where to get fake passports or an untraceable car. The only shady folks we know are those punks who vandalized Hayden's apartment.
I'm pretty
I
sure
doubt
they
would
do
point us
not
in the
know
right
where to get that
direction,
stuff.
But a long shot is better than no shot. might agree to help us in repayment for the damage done to the apartment. They seem
Starfucker.
remorseful.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
should check Market
We're going
Street
back
for
to
them,
Starfucker.
in case they regularly hang out there. As for the rest, perhaps Dr. Fairlight or Melody could spot us the credits.
That's still a huge chunk of money.
That certainly is no small amount, but is unlikely to cause much consternation for either of them, assuming they are as dedicated to helping as they claim. Melody
They're
is
dedicated to
assumably
helping
home as
us.
usual,
Maybe
and
not
Fairlight
necessarily
did let
other
us know
people.
he'd be at the hospital. We could ask either of them for assistance. Up to you to decide which would be a better course of action.
I'm gonna put my money on Melody. Market Street Hospital. Flower Mansion. Let's go to Market Street first. Back to Jim Sterling.
Welcome back! Care to take another pamphlet or two?
Yeah, Turing, come on. Can't just go to someone and ask to borrow loads of money. That's loan shark stuff, yeah. Why are you out here all alone?
After someone instigated violence at our last demonstration, I made it clear to my organization that their safety comes first. Until my people feel safe again, protesting out here is on a volunteer-only basis. It has been a quiet day. But I will not rest until society sees the error of the path we're going down.
Why is he... Yeah, no, we threw a brick at the bot. We didn't throw a brick at him, although we should have. It wasn't voluntary before, it should have been. Won't shutting down clinics like this cost lives?
That's a leading question. Of course, some people have life-threatening afflictions, and it's a good thing that science has evolved to treat all kinds of diseases. Simply wanting cat ears and furry tails does not constitute a disease. A disease of the mind, perhaps.
Oh no.
If the government strictly limits genetic alteration surgeries to only life-threatening emergencies, well, that would be a start towards undoing the damage. We are not God. We were made in his image, and his image did not include fur.
Well, there's cats. Do it. I want to so bad. So, why is someone with genetic modifications less human?
I feel it's rather simple. It's even in the name. Modifying genes means we are changing the very DNA that makes us unique. We're giving doctors, among other people with a severe lack of understanding of the human condition, the right to make us into entirely new species.
Yeah, Jess is a good person who just needs a pat. Although she'll probably tear our arm
We are the
off.
byproduct of tens of thousands of years of natural selection and evolution, and now these people want that progress to just be reduced to a formula, to be injected into your skin at your convenience? And why? To fulfill some sick fantasy. We have VR dramas. Leave your imagination at home. Besides,
I mean, isn't that
why
always
should
a
we give
risk
these
you gotta take?
self-proclaimed
Yeah, it
animals
is.
the same rights as humans
You're right.
when they clearly don't want to be human?
How far back would you like humanity to go?
That is the greatest misconception of our group.
Uh-huh.
They would have you believe that we'd rather go back to the Dark Ages. Oh, sure, the human revolution wants people to go back to washing clothes by hand down by the river, right? We'll all go back to playing with sticks, yes? We do not advocate for a reversal of all technology. That would be ludicrous.
But you are...
We merely want severe limitations on genetic enhancements and a focus on medicinal practice beyond gene therapy.
Right.
That would include an outlawing of cosmetic gene therapy, yes. People parading around in fur and scales as proud abominations.
Proud abominations. Jesus.
We need the government to protect these patients from themselves.
No, you don't. I don't even want to ask that. That's all I wanted to know.
Great! Do tell me when you get the article out.
For Forgive me if I'm wrong, but doesn't most of the meshnet speak critically of your organization?
Yes.
Oh,
yes, they do.
That's cute. The robot wants to join in the discussion now. Yes, this is true. Though
Damn it, Jim
historically,
Starfucker
most
Sterling.
revolutionaries are
Let people
unpopular
do what they
when they're
want.
in the middle of the fight. I sleep comfortably knowing that history will be on my side.
Well, glad you sleep comfortably, because it's not. I'm not gonna lie, you haven't really convinced me.
I suppose I have come to expect that. Never mind. Write what you wish. When the city falls and we have a hippopotamus as mayor, remember that all of you thought we were loonies.
Hippopotamus is mayor. Anyways, thanks for the interview.
Oh, please do.
Later.
Have a lovely day now. And remember, God designed you perfectly just the way you are.
Oh, God. Can I get this car to run him over? You push the car. Gun. You shouldn't point that at him, even if you disagree with his politics. Fine. Oh, hey, it's Starfucker.
Oh, crap! It's that reporter in the bot again. Cheese it, Ollie.
Hold on a moment. We're just here to ask the two of you for a favor. You don't need to run again.
I knew you didn't have the guts to mess with me.
Same. I don't have to like it, but the game says no. And I guess it would be legally wrong. We're not killing him. It's just a stun one. It's fine.
Guts?
And why would we want to help you?
We did trash that apartment, Chad.
Yeah? So?
We also didn't report you to the police for it.
Yeah? So?
So, I feel like you
they
owe us.
still could.
Oh. Alright, well, spill it then. I ain't got all day. Can't you see me and Oliver are busy?
We need some assistance with some illicit activity that, statistically, individuals in your age bracket are likely to have experience with.
Oh!
With a
So this
bunch
is one of
stuff.
those things where you need a streetwise kid to show you the ropes.
You got it.
So, what's the thread? B&E? War driving? Copyright infringement? Search bombing?
Search bombing.
Is search bombing actually illegal?
It's against the terms of service, so probably, at least in California.
Alright. No, we need to buy some fake IDs.
Oh, that's nothing. If you can pay. Ollie can whip up a couple that'll work good enough to get you past a bouncer or a cop doing sniff tests.
Sniff test. We
He's
need something
a wizard
bit
with
more.
a printer and a lifted wallet.
Better than
It's
that.
more complicated than that. We need falsified passports that can get two people past the border safely.
Oh, yeah, I don't think Ollie can do that. Can you?
Not without equipment a lot more expensive and illegal than what I already have.
That's fair. That's fair.
What about that guy who got at least that unrestricted mesh card when she was on probation?
That's not really the same thing, Chad. But it wouldn't hurt to give him a call. Give me a few minutes. This guy is pretty sketchy, very cloak and dagger. I'll have to play middleman.
Okay.
Excellent. I'll forward you the relevant documents and photos.
Oh man, now I'm starting to feel left out. Ollie gets to show off all his cool connections. You sure you don't need someone's head kicked in a little? That's my area of expertise in our little duo.
Trust me, if
Well,
we need some help,
that
we'll
and
let
petty
you know.
larceny.
We might have something that will suit your skill set. Let's just get the passports first, if you can stay calm for that long.
You sure yap a lot more than any of the ROMs I've ever owned. What's the deal?
He's special.
You
That's it.
install some new conversation routines Ollie ain't had the chance to nerd out about yet?
Yes. Now, shut up.
Well, they're
Stop
top
talking about it.
notch. Very bleeding edge.
I don't run traditional ROM VI personality software.
Turing, should you really be talking about this right
I
now?
am, in fact, the first fully sapient machine intelligence. Well, at least that I know about.
I'm not saying we do, but I'm not saying the purebloods need a bit of their heads kicked in. This is true, but I think Starfucker's dad would not approve. Just scream it out, Turing. Scream it out
Which
into the
means
world.
what exactly? In English.
It means he's a person, Chad, not a toy. Now keep it down. I'm still on the phone.
Oops. And yes, what he said.
Well, that's awesome. You ain't so bad. For a tin can.
Oh boy.
Tin can? Really? I'm composed almost entirely out of plasteel and silica.
Robotist, yeah.
Has no one come up with better insults for robots since the turn of the century? ROMs have been out for almost 2 decades.
I'm
Yeah,
kind of glad
that's
that
a good point.
you're angry that the term he's using is as an insult is tin can.
Give me a sec. I'm pretty good at name calling too.
Oh no, I'm sorry I brought it up.
Just hold on a second. Underclocked? Oh, BitBrain!
Yeah, BitBrain
Don't
isn't
hurt
bad.
yourself, Chad.
I'll get back to you, Bubble.
Calling him out for lack of creativity. Yep.
Okay, I talked to the guy. He said he'll do it, but he only works in trade. A couple of passports are gonna run us... one signed poster for Magical Commander Yukino? Yukino at the Gates to the Deep?
I think I can find that.
Course. It's
Starfucker
always
the
that
U-turn.
Japanese crap.
It's not my fault they make the best VR dramas. Maybe you can do better?
Probably.
Anyway, where can we get a poster like that?
I'm not sure. Probably nearby. I've done switches with this guy before, and he never asks for something that'll take too long to get. My guess is he's a local that uses people like us as a way to nab something he's had his eye on.
Okay.
We'll help you look for it.
Oh, that's nice of them. Chad and Oliver joined our party. Well, whoops, wrong way. The lady in here will probably know.
Oh, there it is! I knew I saw a poster for Magical Commander Yukino somewhere around here. I should have remembered Ramona had one.
RPG turn-based battles.
You know this lady?
Yeah, she's
Sure.
a super weeb.
We talk sometimes when I'm getting our drinks. You're usually too busy provoking people to notice.
You call it provoking. I call it spontaneous enthusiasm for healthy rivalry.
There's a bit of a line. We'll have to wait a few minutes before we can talk to her.
Ooh. I think this character here is a reference to
We could just do a smash and
Valhalla.
grab. Simple and effective.
No.
We can't do that! She knows who we are!
Us too.
This is the most boring felony I've ever been an accessory to.
It's not a felony.
Look, we'll just stand in line.
Like a bunch of clumps? Chumps?
Yeah, the girl over here, I think she's from Valhalla.
What is the big picture anyway, Blue Bomber?
I'm not sure it's wise to spread it around, Chad. For either of us. The less you know, the less reason anyone has to bother you.
Screw that, Static. I'm not heading to Juvie not knowing what for.
We're not gonna steal it.
Spill the beans, or I'll spill them for you.
Your persistence is already legendary, Chad. Fine.
How much did you tell him?
If you really must know, we are going to trade the passports for some information regarding the disappearance of my creator. His apartment was the one you trashed.
Oh shit, that Hayden dude is your dad? And they snatched him? Oh, that's so messed up.
Yeah, man.
Well, Dad after a fashion. He raised me.
He's basically your dad.
Man, I hope you find the dudes that took him. I hope he's okay.
It seems very unlikely.
Yeah?
Oh man, I don't know what to say, you know? I mean, I still have my dad, but he's...
A weirdo?
He's never really been around. Too busy trying to save the world from itself.
Yeah, we noticed.
Even now, he's over there standing in front of that damn clinic. And I thought I could find a way to make him... Whatever. I might as well nuke that drive. It ain't gonna sink.
Drive. It ain't gonna sink. I like these future terms.
I think I understand what you mean, Chad.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, it's
Dudes
confirmed
gotta
now
stick
for
together,
sure.
you know?
Dudes?
Don't matter if you're a robot or what. We all got the same shit to deal with. Gotta grab destiny by the horns and make your own mark.
From the mouth of babes. Babs. Pretty open-minded for a kid who tags for the HR.
I was all mixed up, officer. I ran in with a bad crowd. I'm a good kid, I promise. Look, I'm not a true believer or nothing. I've got my own reasons for running with the revolution, and you ain't got the right to judge me.
Mainly your dad? I can understand.
Besides, I'm pretty much done with those chumps anyway. There ain't no payoff no more.
Most of the kids in the HR just want to cause trouble and get away with it because their parents agree with the politics.
Right.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Who the hell wouldn't want to enjoy a little parental-approved head cracking?
Okay. Parental-approved head cracking. Right.
The line is finally cleared up. Let's go talk to Ramona.
Hey, Ramona.
Hey, Allie! And it's you, with the cute ROM.
Salutations, Ramona.
What can I do for you all?
Ahem.
Oh, this is my friend, Chad.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Look at
We
you
were
being nice.
hoping you might be able to give us your assistance, Ms. Rogers.
We want to make a trade for that magical Commander Yukino poster over there. It's necessary for us to get some pretty important information.
No way! Not happening. Nuh-uh. Yukino is off limits.
That's what I figured.
It's not just a poster. It was a gift from someone. Someone I care about, okay? Besides, you can't get another one. Takeko passed away a few years ago.
Oof.
Perhaps there's something else that would make a suitable trade?
You aren't hearing me, are you? It has sentimental value. You can't replace that. Look, You'll just have to order something off the mesh, because you can't have this one.
Oh, we don't have time. This lead will dry up by then.
Keep me out of this.
What if I say this is a literal matter of life and death?
How does life and death depend on a nerdy poster? Look, I don't even care. That poster was signed by Takeko herself. It's one of a kind, and I'm not giving it up.
I'd rather not drag you any further into this than necessary, but I promise that we're not overstating it. This is a dire situation, and people have already died.
Jeez. Look, whatever you're doing sounds sketch as hell. I and Magical Commander Yukino herself want no part in it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't even see how the poster can help.
Man, you nerds sure do
for
love your
info.
cheap crap from the net.
Cheap crap! I'll have you know that poster is worth hundreds of credits. Maybe more. Takeko passed away years ago, so there aren't any more of them getting signed. It's special.
Sure it is.
He doesn't get it. He's not in the fandom.
Thankfully.
You know what? This isn't a joke, Ramona.
Okay, enough. How about this for a trade? I have an original keyframe cell from Pretty Champion Sailor Sirius, signed by Takeko at home.
Whoa! You have a signed Sailor Sirius cell? That's super rare! They stopped doing keyframes by hand right around the time of her death.
You can't be serious, Ollie! You have that thing framed on your wall! Anyone shut up about it for a week after you got it!
This is important, Chad. You can't say you wouldn't do the same thing if someone had your dad. Think about Turing.
Yeah, think about your new
I can't ask
friend.
Ramona to give up something important to her if I'm not willing to do the same.
Maybe.
Sometimes you gotta make compromises.
Look, okay, I don't know what's going on, but you can't give me that cell for the poster.
But we need...
Yeah, you'll get the poster. Whatever you're doing, it must be really important if you'd be willing to give that up. Do you have something more equal to trade, Ollie?
Ollie's a treasure? Yeah, he's the most rounded character. He's a sweetheart.
A couple of things, maybe.
We'll talk about it then. Maybe you can find me another one, too. Go ahead and take the poster.
Yes.
Thank you, Ramona.
Yes! I can't tell you how much it means to us, Ms. Rogers.
Sure. And, you think I could see that cell sometime, Ollie?
Of course! I'll bring it over when we talk about the trade.
So cool.
Well, there we go.
I don't like the way she was flirting with you, Ollie.
Getting jealous,
what are you talking
Starfucker?
about?
I know flirting when I see it, and I'm saying I don't like it. Not one bit.
We just talk about old anime sometimes, Chad. Neither of us are interested in the other.
Sure.
Well, we have the poster now. What's next?
We gotta go meet up with
Go
the
ahead and call
sketchy
this number, Turing.
informant.
He'll want to set up the drop with you, now that I've introduced you to him.
Sure. Change the subject.
I'll call him right now then. It's ringing.
You the ones looking for some papers?
We are, and we have the requested payment with us.
What is this music playing? It sounds like The Stardust bar.
Good. We're gonna do this real professional-like. You know Stardust?
Oh, well, there you go. I was correct.
I do.
Head there. Leave the poster behind the Megaphobator arcade cabinet and get out. Come back 10 minutes later, and your stuff will be behind the machine.
I understand.
Good. I'll be waiting.
Well, that was very mysterious.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that's how this guy is. I don't even know his name, and I've been getting things from him for a few years now.
How did you meet this guy?
Who cares? Let him play Spy Master if he wants. Let's hurry up to Stardust and get this over with. I've wasted enough of my day with this crap.
Yeah, still got time before 3 hours. I say we do it.
Go
Before the
inside to
3 hour
make the
mark,
drop.
though.
We'll wait out here.
Yeah, don't want to get our IDs taken.
I suppose I should feign surprise.
Hey, it's a pretty cool set, even if it is like 1,000,000 years old.
His name is
don't really
Deep
care
Throat
about
from
the IDs unless
Shadow
you try to get
Moses.
the ball.
Yeah.
Found that one out the hard way.
We would have been fine if you hadn't taken a swing at the bouncer.
So I like the hard way.
Such a punk.
We'll be right back, gentlemen. Try not to set the building on fire while we're gone.
Let's go in.
Welcome to Stardust.
Hell yeah. Oh, hey Jess, you're over here now. What's up?
Oh, look. It's my favorite human and the mechanical sidekick. I'm caught up in something at the moment. Chances are we'll cross paths again.
Okay. Fair enough. What about you, Broke?
I much prefer the VIP area. They could stand to serve some food, though.
You nerd.
No VIP access today.
You know that voice? It does sound kind of familiar.
Well, that should do it. That was an awful lot of fuss over a poster. I just don't understand the appeal of merchandise like this. I keep my important possessions on my data drive.
I mean, not everybody can do that. They don't have Total Recall. And I got you an official Bob Ross Saint painting set for your birthday.
You did?
No, but I should.
Wait. No, you're being facetious. I haven't even told you when my birthday is, and it isn't for months.
Right. Dan Reichert from Giant Bomb. Okay, I can totally
Still,
hear that.
your point is made. I should not be snobbish about other people's interests. Maybe I'll give Magical Commander Yukino a try when we get some downtime.
It might be worth it.
But that's enough navel gazing. Let's head back outside so our benefactor can make the trade.
Nope. Dang it. Why did I
Y'all do
I
the
could just
deal?
hit late words. It's late. I've been going for 3 hours, but I could have just hit leave instead of going all the way to the other side. Navel gazing, I've heard it before, but not very often.
How did it go?
We left the poster behind the cabinet. Now we just need to wait for the switch.
I've never had to wait more than 5 minutes or so before. It shouldn't take long.
He said 10 minutes.
I wonder how he knows the drop happened, and gets to it so fast.
Well, he's probably already inside
Don't matter.
Stardust.
This guy's a solid feed, even if he likes to mess around.
What do you need these passports for
Have to
anyway?
wait in real time. Oh no.
You said to trade for information, but what's the full story?
Well, yes, to trade for information, but the person that needs these passports needs to leave the country.
Without going into too much detail, our informant needs to get out of Neo SF unnoticed.
Or just out of the city.
Passports
I
are
guess.
one part of that.
No, you wouldn't need passports if that was the case. Yeah, it'd have to be out of the
We
country.
also need to obtain an untraceable car. I don't suppose the two of you could help with that?
No way, dude! Grand Theft Auto is a felony with a capital F! Besides, getting an untraceable car ain't in the same league as a piece of plastic that'll fool a hand scanner.
No GTA in this game.
Chad's right.
No GTA is a game, yeah.
Course I'm right.
The city's traffic management system keeps track of all vehicles passively, even if you manage to circumvent their firmware and keep them from actively reporting to the network. You have to spoof the car as something permitted to be invisible for the CTOS to ignore it.
I don't want to mess with boosting cars anyway. The junks run that racket in Neo SF, and they don't play nice.
The junks.
Especially with the HR.
Well,
Yeah,
thank
but
you
luckily
either
we're not
way.
HR.
You've both done us a huge favor. Call it even for the apartment.
Yeah, Blue. No hard feelings.
You good kids.
You give us a call if you need anything else. Long as it'll help you find your pops.
We should get going, though. We were supposed to be home hours ago.
My dad won't notice, but Ollie's will flip. You take care. Don't get derezzed.
I assume that means
See
get
ya.
killed.
Goodbye.
They left our party.
Let's finish the trade inside.
Welcome to Stardust.
Alright, time to check back. Passports obtained.
Here the passports are, just as advertised. Now we need to find a car. Jess is right over there. Perhaps she may know someone who can lend a hand.
Probably. Sure, but you can do the talking. I guess you could try.
Well, prepare yourself. If Jess is the worst thing we have to face down this week, I'll consider us lucky.
Well, I am now at the 3-hour mark. And this stream started on Jess. I think it's fitting if this stream ended on Jess. Okay, now I can start rotating my saves. Yeah, full circle. Made sure to save. Now pet Jess. You're smarter than this. Let me look at these passports real quick. Used for international travel. Cool. I'll just have that playing for now. Okay. That was a good session. Didn't linger too long on any like one puzzle or anything. Got some good info, getting closer to figuring out why Hayden got killed. I wonder how long this game is, because I have no idea. But I'm having fun. Didn't even mean to stay for the whole time. Yeah, but I'm glad you did. Alright. well, that's gonna be it for me. I'm gonna end up streaming again on Monday, I think. Yeah. Let me see if I can do... Is Swishy still alive? But turns out she is. I'm gonna do something that I need to do more often, and that's raid people. 'Cause I don't know how to do that correctly. The right command? Fuck. Forgot that I need to log into Twitch on this thing. You know what? I should have done this earlier. Wait, can I? I'm an idiot. Can I just do that for my own? Give me a second. I'm horrible at this. There we go. It worked. Alright. You guys have a good time. Whoever's left. I'll see y'all Monday.